Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, hi, my name is Joanne and I'm a stay-at-home mum of 2 toddlers and I love to bake. So do my kids, but today this is just me. I love to make products from home. I find it more cost effective, and although my recipes have sugar in them, it's probably less than the store-bought items, and it's definitely less in regards to preservatives. All my meals I make are definitely freezer friendly, so I tend to make them in bulk, portion them out and freeze them, and keep some out for the kids' morning tea snacks. So let's just get started. I think I've got 4 or 5 morning tea, afternoon tea recipes to share. I enjoy these myself. When my kids go down for a nap, I'll have a cup of tea and a nice little treat. So the first one we're making here is a Weet-Bix slice. Very simple. I've got all the ingredients and methods to every recipe listed below. I thought instead of talking through every recipe and making this video 40 minutes, I'd give you an overview, leave the ingredients below, and you can go ahead and make it and rewatch this video as many times as you need and pause it so you can see the steps that I make to get the food created. So the next recipe I am making are supposed to be coconut jam drops, but my beautiful daughter dropped the glass jar of jam and I don't have any jam. So these are just going to be coconut biscuits, and this is what I think is so good about my recipes. They are so versatile. You can change things. If you don't want coconut, don't put coconut in. If you don't want to use white sugar, you could definitely use something that's a bit more healthy, like coconut sugar would be beautiful as an alternative here. And if you don't have jam, just don't use jam. You are going to see so many times in this video that I have to stop my KitchenAid, lift up the whisk and scrape down the sides of the bowls. I love my KitchenAid, but this is one thing I find so frustrating, is it just doesn't mix the bowl as well as I'd like it to. So if you have a KitchenAid, do you have the same issues, or do you have a really good cake mixing machine or a blender that you can share with me? Because I love my KitchenAid, but I'm constantly turning it off to scrape down the sides so my batters can mix through properly. next batch of biscuits I'm going to make, there's two different flavors, and what I love about this one here, it's actually like a cookie dough. So this one's perfect to make. Put into a log, a roll, portion it up, put it into the freezer, and as you want, take it out and cook it in the oven. Turns out perfect. What I've done today is I've made 2 batches with 2 flavors. So the first one was going to be a chocolate and walnut, and the second one is a white chocolate and macadamia. My kids really enjoyed the white chocolate and macadamia. I actually really enjoyed the chocolate and walnut. My husband is not a fan of walnuts, so he did have the white chocolate and macadamia ones. I did portion these up and freeze some, and the others we kept out for the week to have with their morning tea. Any of these recipes do really well in a sealed container, and I just leave them in our pantry where it's a cool spot in our kitchen, and they are fine for a good 4 to 6 days. Now these next cookies I am making, I've tried to be a bit more savvy. There is definitely a shortage of pantry staples in the grocery store at the moment due to some panic buying. We don't panic buy in our house, we stockpile. I do have a video on stockpiling. I will leave it listed below if you want to check it out on how we do it, why we do it, and the benefits of doing it. But these biscuits here, I thought I'd get a little bit creative. I still wanted to make my jam drops, so this obviously is a few days later when I got jam delivered in our groceries, and I thought I would make some cornflake jam drop biscuits. I'm actually really impressed with how these turned out. I made mine really rustic and organic, if you want to say, even though they're full of sugar. You could always ground up the cornflakes to make it more finer, put it in the NutriBullet and almost turn it into a flour if you wanted to. But I like the texture and the crunch and the chewiness that the cornflakes gave. This was a great recipe for my son. I didn't show it on film, but it's great for little kids to get involved and crunch those cornflakes with their fingers into the batter. It's a very fun experience for them and good for their fine motor skills, and these actually turned out really good. And now I feel like I have saved the best for last. These are homemade crackers. No flour, no egg, no dairy, no peanuts, no soy. Perfect for those parents that have allergy children or an allergy member in their family and are finding it really difficult to get certain products at the store. These can be made at home with really simple ingredients, and it all comes together, and all you need is an oven. It is a little bit time consuming because the oven is a low temperature. I put my oven to 90 degrees Celsius and they need to cook for about 3 to 4 hours because you're pretty much turning your oven into a dehydrator. So if you've got a dehydrator, amazing, use it. If not, you might just need to make sure you've got a home day and not cooking anything else in your oven. These crackers turn out amazing. I keep the kids' ones very simple with just salt. For my husband and I had cranberries. You can do herbs, spices, chili flakes, whatever you like. And these last really well in an airtight container. This idea was actually inspired by Downshift Eulogy, which I'll leave the details below. She has a stunning Instagram and YouTube channel. Make sure you check her out. You will love what she has.